This is the most valuable of Curry's 4 championships, with a consistent winning probability of only 0.3%. No one would believe that a guy who couldn't even make the playoffs would dare to speak so arrogantly. How can a dynasty that has long fallen win the championship? But in the end, this skinny boy who was never optimistic about his future broke all the doubts of the world with his own strength. In the 2021 play-in games, the Warriors lost to the Lakers and Grizzlies respectively, missing out on a ticket to the playoffs. When everyone thought that the Warriors dynasty had declined, Curry seemed to be saying to people that no one would want to face us next season. Sure enough, as soon as the new season started, Curry responded to everyone with the most perfect record, starting with 18 wins and 2 losses, and won the first place in the league. On December 14th, Curry continued his legend at Madison Square Garden. He hit his 2,974th career three-pointer, surpassing Ray Allen. He is undoubtedly crowned the three-point king in NBA history. In January, Klay Thompson finally made his comeback after 941 days. The man who said he only needed to wait for a few minutes finally returned to the court after a long absence. Although they have suffered serious injuries, the Splash Brothers' firepower is still as strong as before. With the perfect cooperation of the two, the Warriors' record soared, but after the All-Star game, they received a nightmare news. Curry was injured, and he had to miss the rest of the regular season. Fortunately, with Jordan Poole's replacement, the Warriors' record did not plummet. At the end of the regular season, the Warriors won a perfect record of 53 games and entered the playoffs. 3 years later, they finally returned again with 3rd place in the Western Conference. Curry also made his comeback at the beginning of the playoffs. However, even though Curry returned to the playoffs, he was still not favored by the world. Facing the Denver Nuggets led by regular season MVP Jokic, the Warriors' inside line was useless, and they had almost no chance of winning. But as soon as the playoffs started, this group of people were severely slapped in the face. Curry, who came on as a substitute, used his unstoppable three-pointer to defeat the Nuggets and returned all the ridicule of the world to them. In the end, the score was 4-1, which completely shattered the championship dream of this new era supercenter. But even here, Curry is still not favored by people. They just think that the Warriors' victory over the Golden State Warriors is just a fluke, because this time the Warriors will face the Memphis Grizzlies, a young team with strong internal fighting spirit because it was them who defeated the Golden State Warriors last season. Stole Curry's playoff ticket as expected. Facing this young army with extremely terrifying impact power, Curry was completely trapped in a tough battle. When everyone thought the Warriors would fail in the semifinals, Klay Thompson stepped up again, and the Splash Brothers turned the tide again, eventually defeating the Grizzlies 4-2. Successfully advanced to the Western Conference Finals. In the Western Conference Finals, the Warriors met the rising star Luka Doncic. Facing this superstar with unlimited talent, Curry used his many years of playoff experience to teach him a lesson. Dong Chi-Ki, who had 2 fists but 4 hands, underestimated his opponent and was eventually defeated by the Warriors 4-1. After 3 years, Curry came to the finals again, and he finally won his own Westbrook MVP. At this moment, a king of heart is quietly rising in the East. The Boston Celtics led by 2 top picks. Compared to the Warriors, the Celtics' road to promotion is more valuable. Facing the double giant shooting of the Boo combination in the first round, the Nets easily swept the game 0-0 and then defeated the Bucks and Heat in 7 games. In this way, it seems more convincing that the Celtics can win the championship, but there are always people who just don't believe in evil. Curry secretly vowed to smash all the moles. The first game of the finals kicked off. Curry put in a superstar performance, but he still underestimated the overall strength of the Green Army. In the end, they were reversed by the Celtics at home. Curry could only watch the victory slip away from his hands. In the second game, the Warriors put away their pure hearts, and the whole team worked together to defeat the Celtics. In the third game, the score was 1-1. Boston had the home advantage, and the 2 rookies broke out completely. Facing the Celtics' ironclad defense, the Warriors lost the suspense of victory. If they lose another game with a total score of 1-2, they will fall into the abyss of endless despair. When the Warriors were in the most critical moment, Curry, the three-point god, stood up. He scored 43 points in the game, which was the most personal heroic game in the finals. He defeated the Celtics on his own. In the 5th decisive game, everyone except Curry exploded. Wiggins even threw away the Wolfberry Cup and scored 26 points in a single game, helping the Warriors to be 1 step away from winning the championship in the next stage. In Game 6, the Celtics' 2 rookies wanted to drag the game into a paint game, but Curry would no longer give them a chance. He once again scored a terrifying 34 points in the game, completely breaking the Celtics' championship cap. Where is the care? Bree was shocked, full of tears. 3 years later, Curry once again reached the pinnacle of godhood, winning his 4th NBA championship and his first MVP. After 4 consecutive championships in 8 years, Curry truly opened up an era of his own with his three-point shooting. The story of the Warriors dynasty has not yet ended, and I believe that the legendary story of Stephen Curry, the three-point god, will continue to be written by him.